Liverpool versus everybody. I have two of my favorite guys here with me today, Jams and Phil Roar. How you guys doing?
All
Not
good,
bad, bro,
bro.
not bad.
Good, good, good. So let's jump on into it. And of course, Allison Becker signed him, 60 whatever million. It's a lot of money, but it's a position that we definitely needed filled. And for me, that's really what I'm concerned with. We got it. It cost some bread, but we got it over the line. So I'm happy about it. James, let me come to you first. Just talk to me about how you feeling about the keeper, and do you think he's a player that kind of could put us over that edge of just being close to getting a title?
Yeah. First of all, I'm over the moon that we got Allison. I didn't really think we was ever gonna get him. I kind of thought, Madrid were gonna come in for him, and he was gonna go there. And typical Liverpool, we was either gonna end up with spending 30 million on like Butland or Barcelona B's keep, Barcelona second keeper. Well, we're gonna give Karius another chance. So first of all, I'm buzzing. Um, As for the price tag, I think it's 57, 54 million, and then there's 9 million add-ons, depending on and that's obviously in pounds, depending on performances, Champions League performances, whatnot. To be honest, I couldn't give a shit about him costing 50, 60 mil. I think that's what you're gonna have to go out and pay. If Courtois had 3 years left on his contract, he'd be 60 million minimum. To Steigen, De Gea, Loris even, these are all going to be 100 million plus goalkeepers. So for the price tag, I'm happy. It's a risk. He's had one amazing season. He's Brazil's number one. It's exactly what we need. It's exactly what we need. It's reassuring for our Salahs and Mane to know that we are spending big around the whole team. We've needed Pepe Reina. I don't think Mingley was ever good enough in that season with Suarez and Sturridge, where we should have won the league. He was the reason we lost the league. We conceded so many goals and the defense. So, even you look last season, I could think of 9 top points that we should have had, like Arsenal away and Watford away, where both the keepers fucked up. So it's definitely needed. It's the missing piece of the jigsaw. And I'm over the moon that he's chosen us. He's 25 years old, which means his best years will be at Liverpool. And it's just a great move on all halves. It's a great move. Yep, that's my thoughts.
Yeah, no, I agree with a lot of that, and at the end of the day, it's a position like we said that we really needed, and there's a lot of talk about Becker. I mean, even to the point where people are saying, is he even better than Karius? Having that one season and being behind, was it Chesney for a while at Roma?
Yeah.
So there'll be a lot of people, obviously, knocking the move. But listen, it's a bit of pressure on these guys, but this is what the football is about. We got the most expensive defender, most expensive goalkeeper. And we know what our center back can do, and Virgil Van Dijk. So it's time to see what Allison can do. And for Roy, man, talk to me, man. What are your feelings about Allison Becker overall?
Oh, I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy. I mean, I didn't expect this to happen because he made the mistake in Champions League final, then he made 2 mistakes. And then we had the Tremor game, and then that's when I had the feeling that he would go out and get a keeper. But you know how Klopp is, he's very stubborn and he'll stick to carries and what he's got. He doesn't care what fans say, doesn't care what the media says. So that's why I had a slight feeling that he'd go for him. But then again, I thought, you know what, Klopp's stubborn, so I thought, you probably stick with Karius. And I just, the rumors started picking up in Italy, didn't they? So, and I was thinking, maybe there could be a chance because the media in England didn't have a clue what's going on right now because everyone was saying we weren't interested in all this stuff, but in the end we are interested. And 62 million pounds, 67 million pounds, sorry, and with add-ons we just sold Danny Moore for 12 million, looks like to Leicester. There's 55 million, 12 million knocked off there. So it's not like I've seen rival fans saying we spent big money, but we've made a lot of money from 70 million from our Champions League one, 140 from Coutinho, so much more money from different other positions. So, we're spending money and we're spending it in the right areas in one window, which is key for us. We bought a backup winger. We bought a defensive midfielder that we needed since Mascherano times. We bought a goalkeeper that we've needed since Peperina times. So we're finally addressing the issues that we've needed to we need to address for a long time. And now that's what I'm saying, because with Karras as a fan, I'm always optimistic going into the season, right? Because I'm a fan, right? I'm always going to back the team. But I was thinking we're just so close to building that. We're just so close. One more position, one more, spend that 60, 70 million, spend it, and let's get that keeper. That's the only issue I had. And then we did it now, and we got a world-class keeper on our hands, but in his prime years. I mean, look, Salah, Firmino, Mane, 26, 27, 25 years old. Alisson again, Keita, 23, Fabinho, 24. All these players are about to hit their peak, and they're hitting top form now. So that's, we got a team that's ready for now, but also ready for the future.
Yeah, no, I couldn't have said it any better. So I mean, yeah, I think overall we're all pretty much on one accord with that. And like I said, we are, doing what we're supposed to do as far as getting these positions filled. And really, it's not our money, so I couldn't really care less how much we're spending as long as we're spending it. And that's been a long time since Liverpool could say that. And this probably could go down, obviously, if everything goes well with these players, as probably, if not the best, one of the best summer windows ever. To be able to have these players coming in. It's more of a package thing. It's not, we're not getting Neymar, we're not getting these huge names, but we're getting, as a package, we're getting really, really solid players. And we know how Klopp does. He doesn't really need to go for these big names, so to speak. He just needs guys collectively to fight together, play for each other, and play under, the way he wants to play. So for me, it's really good, really, really positive. Let's talk about squad depth. I think a lot of us as supporters are kind of torn, I think, on both sides. I think some people feel like, getting Becker is probably the nail in the coffin. That's all we need. There's some of us, like myself, who feel like we still could get some players in. And for I'm coming to you first, man. Talk to me about how you feel our depth is now. Do you think we could tighten it up? And what positions, if so?
Personally, I would like to see. I said the goalkeepers. If we got this keeper on the line, I'd be very, very happy. But I said, I'd be happy going into the season if we ended like this. But I think we need more. I think we need the attacking midfield position, because if Ox was fit, right? If Ox was fit, I wouldn't be disappointed if we got Fekir, because I think Ox is a brilliant player, and I think as a number 8 or a 10, I think he's a very good player. But he's injured for the whole of the season, so I think we need to bring Fekir in, or number 10, whoever it is. We need to bring a 10 in, because I trust Klopp. Whoever it is, he's going to make the right signing. Personally, I still think, right, I don't know, maybe it's just me going over the top and saying we need a lot more players, because obviously you need to keep the squad happy as well. You need to rotate. But I think, is Shaqiri not being our only backup winger? If I'd probably say we need one more left-sided player, someone that can play on the left side. We got Shaqiri and Salah on the right, Mane and whoever on the left. I know we were linked to Moses Simon, weren't we? But I don't know. I think we need to have that extra squad depth just in case for it to be there. If you bring in like a Moses Simon, I know he's not going to be disappointed if he's gonna. I haven't seen too much of it, but he's not going to be disappointed if he's not going to start game in game out, because he knows his role in the team if we do sign him. So I don't know, maybe because we don't have the good thing with Coutinho was he could play end midfield and he could play on the left hand side. When Mane got injured, he'd be able to fill in on that left hand side in the front three for Firmino and Salah. So I think we need one more max, or two more. You could say the centre back as well, but those are all bonuses, right? But I think one more at least. If we get Fekir, I'll be very, very happy. This is going to be a best transfer window since I've probably been alive.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody in the comment section said Bernard from Shakhtar, who's recently been coming up, resurfacing as a name. I've seen a bit of him. I'm not gonna lie and say I know a whole lot about him. But yeah, I agree, and that's the thing. The people who find that we're just okay right now, I think that's strange, because knock on wood. But
I think it's just excitement of the names of the signings. But you need to when you really assess the team and look at the options, then you really start to see that we actually need a couple more players to actually be sure, because you know our luck with injuries. You know how shit our luck with injuries are. So like Klopp said, if you get a bit more luck with injuries, get a couple of penalties at Anfield, I think we'll be fine and we can definitely win the league.
Yeah, I don't have a doubt in my mind about that. At the same time, knock on wood, luckily, Mane, Salah, and Firmino for that matter have had pretty good injury records, more or less. But if two of those go down, who are we looking at? Shaqiri and who else? Sturridge maybe. Origi's been highly disappointing. Solanke will probably go on loan. So I don't know, man. It feels good. It feels good, but I don't know if I'm too sold on us being completely, as far as depth. But James, get in there, man. Let me know what you think about the depth, and do you think we got a little bit more to go?
I think we do need more. I think if you look at the last 12 months, we've lost Emre Can, and we've got Fabinho. We lost Coutinho. We've got Keita. We've now lost Ward. We've got Alisson. So we've only brought one player in, Shaqiri. So we've now also lost Ox for the whole 12 months, really. So I'm not
Chan as well.
Yeah, that's what I said. Chan, we've lost Chan.
Chan, Coutinho, Ox. So 3 midfielders.
So when we're saying we've got depth, really and truly, I think we are, the only position. A little bit is centre backs. I think Lovren having an okay 6 months. I'd love to get someone like Lascelles in. I don't think we'd get Colbally in after all the money we've spent. But I think attacking midfielder, now that we've lost Ox, just like what Anfield Raw said, Adam Lallana, we've been watching pre-season, he just doesn't look the same. I saw you tweet it as well. He had that one good 6-month period 2 years ago, but he's coming up to the best year of 30 now. I don't think he's ready for us to win a league. When you look at Man City, you have Mahrez and Bernardo Silva on a bench. And then we've got Harry Wilson on loan now and probably one gear behind. As wingers, we've got Ryan Kent and Ojo. They're not ready to win a league. So Ox is a blow, brother. And personally, I think Fekir really needs to be done. If we could get Fekir in, and then if we could get Lascelles in from Newcastle, I'm hearing Rafa wants Origi. As far as I'm concerned, Origi was potential, but if you look at the strikers we've got, Sturridge is trying his best to kind of take that second role. This is the first preseason Sturridge has ever had fit. I don't know. I always get drawn into Sturridge because there's a few good games, and then we all think, oh shit, the old Sturridge is back. He's only 28. If he can be the second striker, and then Solanke maybe third, he can go, maybe we can recoup some money. I'd like to see an attacking midfielder like Fekir. I'd like to see a centre back like Lascelles, and maybe like Martins from is it Lisbon? Yeah.
Yeah, Sporting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're looking really, really weak in the area, and if we get Fekir, people are talking about that here in the comment section and just on social media as if it's a done deal, and it's not. But if we get him, surely he can slide in one of those positions. But it still leaves that one midfield slot open, especially with the Ox situation, which is really unfortunate news. But you think, okay, Lallana, Hendo, Genie, Milner. As much as I love that, Milner, as much as I love what they did last season, let's be honest, what we did last season probably exceeded all of our thoughts and imaginations. I mean, so can we really afford to do that again? I don't know. So it does fill me with a lot of confidence knowing that we have Fabinho and Becker. I think that'll help us defensively, just having those two, even with Matip starting the season, if that's the case. I mean, believe it or not. So I think we'll be okay. Really got my eye on that West Ham game. Been really following some of the things they're doing. Some of the making some good signings over there. So that first game will be big, and it looks like Hendo will definitely be out for that. Lovren, Trent could be playing. And then if all else goes well, the front three should be okay. So, it'd be exciting to see the rest of these preseason games. Someone in the comment section was saying Naby and Sturridge's link up play in the preseason games have been pretty good. So that's good to see. Camacho's looking good. Again, it's one of these young players that really show themselves. To get in this first team, whether it be Woodburn, Kent, Ojo, a lot of these guys really have a chance to get in. So I guess we can move on to the goals for this season. And let's talk about Klopp really quick. I think we all love Klopp. I think that's goes without being said. But let's be honest here. Take off the love cap for Klopp. Do we think that – I'll start with you, James. Do you think if we don't get a trophy this season, there should be some serious consideration of Klopp being sacked? I need some harsh I need some hard truths right now. Don't hold back.
I think we should be getting rid of him. We should be getting rid of him if we don't win anything. But there will be immense pressure building. FSG have backed us stupidly. Most expensive centre back in football, most expensive goalkeeper. You cannot get knocked out the FA Cup, League Cup, and finish third. That would not be good enough, bro. You need to be bringing home, a shitty FA Cup, League Cup. It would do wonders for Liverpool as a team, as players. Can we afford for Salah to have another season like this and not win anything? Does he then join the Torres and Suarez and Mascherano and Alonso, Coutinho list? Because I wouldn't blame him. I wouldn't blame Firmino if he has a phenomenal false number 9 and Bayern Munich coming for him. So I do think there is going to be pressure. Also, I think it's 7 finals in a row, 6. That's wrongly record breaking. So he won't want that. I'm not saying we should cut him because the football he plays is amazing. Forget the hugs and the genuine normal one, like you said, but the pressing, the beautiful football, the attacking is wonderful. But yeah, I do think we really need to prioritise an FA Cup. Say what you want about Arsenal. They won 3 FA Cups in the past 6-7 years. Ramsey, do you know what I mean? So yeah, we do need to win. The pressure's on. I expect to see I don't expect us to be rotating, even if we get, Birmingham City in the League Cup first round. I expect to see Naby Keita, Salah, because I think, we have to go for it. We weren't good enough in part of the Champions League. We've not been good enough in the FA Cup, League Cup. Didn't we lose to Leicester and lose to West Brom?
Yep.
Yeah, weren't good enough. So yeah, I don't think we should sack him, but boy, the pressure's on if it comes to April and we're knocked out of all 3 competitions and we're hovering around 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same wavelength as you on that. And for Roy, what you got for me, man? Still there?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah. So what do you think about the Klopp situation? Do you think you kind of feel the same way Jamz does, or do you feel like you would consider sacking him if we don't get a trophy this season?
Oh, I think when Klopp leaves this football club, it will be when he wants to leave. To be quite honest with you, not in a Wenger situation, but I think because he'll be successful in his time. Because you just look at 2.5 years he's spent in this club and he's turned us straight away into the title champions. Just look at the team he's built in 2.5 years. It's just incredible, isn't it? I mean, look at the talent. Look at the talent he's attracted. The players he's attracted from other clubs. I mean, Keita objected like Bayern Munich, Barca to come here. Fabinho objected Man United to come here. Alisson rejected Chelsea to come here. So many more others, that rejected to play for Liverpool and Klopp. With Rodgers, we never had this. Mkhitaryan rejected us to go to Dortmund, which was Klopp. Who else? We had Salah that went to Chelsea instead. Memphis Depay that went to United. Yeah. So many other players that rejected. But look at the manager we have now. Alisson, Van Dijk. They're not our best signings. Klopp has been our best signing in the last few years as a club. And this manager will win us the Premier League in the next 2 years, 110%. If he doesn't, then I'll be very surprised. But if we don't win the Premier League, Champions League next 2 years, I'll be very surprised because the team he's building right now is just sensational. And like Jam said, there will be pressure, obviously, but I think he took us to the Champions League final with the likes of Milner, Henderson, Ronaldo. Not the best. I'm not saying they're bad players, but they're average players. He took us to the Champions League final with that, and I think in that game we performed very, very well. We had our best player injured, our goalkeeper fucking up twice. None of that was his fault. Obviously, he bought the player, but now he's addressed our problems. Now, in my opinion, now we don't have any weak links. And like Jam said, if you want to rotate, if you want to win the best, I want to ask you not this nonsense saying, okay, we're out of the League Cup now, let's focus on league. No, I don't want that anymore because I want a team. I want that's going to fight for all 4 competitions, and that's why we need a couple more signings so we can rotate but still have strength in our squad.
Yeah, I mean that's very well said. I agree with all of that. I mean, moving forward, I think we're definitely getting some guys in the right spot. There were a couple comments in here about Klopp somehow at the end of the preseason game saying hinting at it was more of a board choice than it was his. Like maybe he wanted to go with Karius and keep that extra money for some other players. Any belief of that from any one of you guys?
Yeah, I believe a bit of that, to be honest. Like what Uncle Raw said, he's Klopp. He's a man of himself. He bought Karius. I know it went a lot of money, 5-6 million, but he bought Karius, so it is his signing. I do think being a German keeper as well, scouting him for so long, giving him chance after chance. I think if he had it his way, Karius would have probably been more of a success. But I also think he's, you know, as much as we love him, he's on the line too, and we can't afford for what happened last year to happen again. You know, do well up top, and then you let so many goals and so many blunders. And I think someone like Alisson, well, I'll say world class, but you know, someone of that level isn't on the market every summer. And a time where if you look at most of the big clubs, they have a keeper. Manchester United, Tottenham, Barcelona, Bayern Munich. You know, and so there's not much competition. Let's be honest, if the guy had a good World Cup and he had gone to Madrid, all of a sudden you're battling with Man United, who also can spend some.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, if Courtois gone. Yeah, Manchester City, if they didn't have Edison, I think at the moment we couldn't afford to let Alisson go. And, you know, so yeah, I think if he had it his way, maybe Karius, if Karius hadn't made that mistake the other day in pre-season, you know, I think that heat is go. So, yeah.
And what I'll say is, title winning teams, they have a spine. And what we're starting to see now, I said it now. We need a spine in team. We've got it now. We've got a front three that says they scored 91 goals, no competitions. We've got a defensive midfielder that's a rock in Fabinho. We've got Virgil van Dijk, the most expensive centre back in the world. That's a rock. And we've got the most expensive goalkeeper in the world. And that's your spine. When Chelsea won the league with Conte, they had Courtois, David Luiz, Kante, Matic, Costa. That's the spine of the team, and that's how they won the league. And now the spine of our team is looking as strong as theirs, if not better. So Klopp has built a foundation for us to go win the league now. That's why we need to get off to a good start. We've got 4 games: West Ham home, Palace away, Brighton home, Leicester away. Win those 4, and then that's just gonna, you know, it's gonna give the fans confidence, it's gonna give the players confidence, and it's gonna increase momentum as well going into the other big games as well. So it's important that we get off to a good start as well.
Yeah, no, that's very important, and I think there's slightly some truth to the idea that a lot of the other top 16 or top 4 teams have much more players than we did in the World Cup. So there's an idea that we can maybe get a better start with us guys who are coming back, getting refreshed. But we got a couple of weeks in the window, so other teams are kind of gonna try to you know stack their squad as well. But it does look good for us. I hope that we need at least one more. I think we need, and hopefully it's Becker. I haven't heard other names, so I mean, if it's going to be another signing, it'll probably be him. And you know, it was a shame that that French team is stacked. So I'm not surprised, but it was a shame that we didn't get to see a little bit more of Becker in the World Cup. The little glimpses that we did see, it just wasn't enough. So maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's good that he, you know, to keep that knee or whatever the injury he's had flare up from time to time, keep that safe. So. Either way, we do get Fekir. It'll be a little while before he comes back anyway because of the vacation that Klopp will give him, the extended vacation that Klopp will give him. But we're looking good, man. We're looking good. I'm happy. The goalkeeper, seriously, man, it's just I was already looking forward to this, but that gives me a bit more confidence going into it. And you know, we talked about Becker, but I want to ask you guys, if you're thinking about the top 5 keepers right now, are we putting Alisson in there? Or is he just outside, maybe top 8, top 10? Honestly.
Premier League or top world?
Say again?
In the world or Premier League?
In the world.
Yeah, no, in the world.
Well, there's so many. We're going to have to wait and see what he does right now for us. We're going to have to wait and see what we're going to give him a year, then we can judge. I don't think we can really judge him, but what we see now is he's had 37 games and he hasn't made a single mistake. That's little goal right now, because although, I mean, if someone sort of told me, would you rather have Karius in goal, and he made those 2 mistakes, but we still won the Champions League, but you don't get Alisson Karius in goal for next season, I probably still would take Champions League, right? Because the Champions League is the best trophy in the world, in my opinion. It's you know what I mean? But you don't get the opportunity to win a trophy, but it could this could be a blessing in disguise for the future. So I don't know. I mean. For Alisson now, I mean, he's gonna be brilliant for us. I mean, the way he's like a sweeper keeper as well. He plays like Karius, where his setting position is. where he steps aside and he lets our defense step up higher as well. We play a high line as well, so he just suits our style, not just saving shots, but the way he comes out as well and everything. It's just like Klopp said, when you get a chance to sign a world class keeper, you have to take it. And he took it. So fair play to FSG, fair play to him. And I would probably put him in the top 5 keepers in the world, because seeing what he's done for Brazil, he's had one season, he's in the World Cup ahead of Ederson, who's won the Premier League. Took Roma was part of a team that Roma went to the semi-finals of the Champions League. So great signing, and he will 110% be a success for us. And now, and like you said, I was confident going into the season, but now I listen to say now my confidence is at the highest level, especially with Fekir. But now anyway, it's at the highest level, and now I'm probably looking forward to the season. I don't have any worries. I mean, obviously Lovren and Hendo are going to come back late, but it's good to see what Trent and Hendo are saying. They said they want to come back quicker because they know they're not in trouble, but they know the depth is there. Klein's pushing them, they know Fabinho's there. This is what we want to see for a long time. Players fighting for the position. So we have 2-3 players in that position. They're all fighting for it. That can push them to the maximum.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Do we think that Shaqiri could play that, I don't know, other 8 or maybe even like a attacking 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, Shaqiri.
Well, yeah, Shaqiri. Yeah.
I've already seen that position, to be honest. I haven't seen him in that. I've only ever seen him on the right, but Klopp, he can convert a play. That's why the Ox is a big miss, because he can play as an 8, as a 10, or as a winger. That's why that's such a big miss for us.
I feel like Klopp must have seen something, or just must feel like he can. Klopp usually goes for guys who can play more than one position. And so I'm thinking that he must see something in Shaqiri to say, okay, I know he's more of a wing. I mean, look at Ox. He's playing more of a wing back, really, but a wing player in general for Arsenal. Now he's playing in the center midfield. Different players, but I'm hoping that Shaqiri could slide in there, because I'm thinking at an opening day game, Genie somehow was hurt again. I don't know how that happened, but he's injured. Doesn't look like it's something major, but that other 8 position, I'm just wondering at this point who would play that role if we don't get Fekir. I'm saying, obviously, if we don't get Fekir, who's playing in that other midfield role? Or do you think we'll go 4-2-3-1? What's the formation you think we would start with in that first game? I know it's hard to say, it's still early. Oh, you think 4-3-3 again? Okay.
4-3-3. I think, that's the problem it has now. If you don't get Fekir, that's why, say for example, Kate got injured, right? Say for example, then we've only got Fabinho out. Then you've got your Milners, your Genies, your Hendos, Lallana's, all these players that from last season that weren't at the best at breaking teams down, that weren't at the best at supply. We saw Kate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The balls he played. So that's why you need just that extra player. If Oxford say I'd be fine with that, but that's why you need Fekir just to have him for there. Have him safe there. You've got extra quality player. Then you've got 3, even one that gets injured, one can fill in the role. Then you still got 2 of the best players there. Milner, I like Milner. I mean, you can play him on the left hand side. He's got good connection. Robertson and Mane. We saw that little triangle down that left hand side last season. Kate on the right, Fabinho in the middle. We've got a strong team, left hand side, right hand side, middle. That's what I'm saying. So Genie, obviously, I think I'm a big fan of Genie. I'd like to see him play in a more advanced role, like in the 16-17 season where he got more of a free role. Henderson, for me, I'm not his biggest fan, to be quite honest with you. I think you don't know that. I'm not his biggest fan. But he's going to be there. But I think these players, Milner, Genie, Hendos, Lallana, they shouldn't be starting, week in, week out. They should be rotating with each other. If we get Fekir, I'm not saying for Fabinho, Fekir, and Keita. Obviously, if Fekir comes, they're not going to be in the front. They're not going to be starting every single week, are they? We're going to need to rotate, but we need just that extra, that Coutinho replacement, that extra bit of creativity.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. So going into the season, I know again it's still early. We don't know who we're bringing in. Let's say we don't give Kier. James, I'm coming to you first on this one. Before we wrap up.
Yeah.
Who's your midfield starting 3? The first game, West Ham, August 12th. What's your midfield 3?
Fabinho in the middle all day long, obviously. Keita on one side. And then, so we don't. Yeah, we don't get Fekir. This is what's bad. This is just West Ham. You imagine we make a final.
They're all at the same level, those sort of players that we've got there.
Yeah, it's like, to be honest, there's only for me two real options. Lallana, which I don't want to be saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to see Milner playing as a 10. I don't want to see Hendo playing as a 10. I don't want to see Wijnaldum playing as a... Wijnaldum did it in Newcastle, but I don't really...
We might just have a 6 and 2 8s.
Yeah.
6 and 2 8s, that's what it might be.
You know what? I know it's not
well, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it'll be 6 and 2 8s, yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to happen against West Ham, but, you know, Bobby Firmino could go back and then you could have Sturridge.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm... See, that's why I think... I don't think a lot of people agree, which is cool, but I think...
I can't see Klopp doing that, though. He's only done it once or twice.
If we don't get Fekir, to me, the best formation is to play 4-2-3-1. You know what I mean? You have Firmino maybe drop down.
You sell up front, Shaqiri.
Yeah, that or the third situations. To me, that's the best we can do with what we have. We get to switch it up, but I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say again. I've heard Klopp tried the 4-2-3-1 a bit in preseason. I'm not sure which one he's leaning more to. I know he loves 4-3-3. He'll probably go with that, but
I don't think 2-3-1 right now because we haven't got the suitable players even in preseason to go for it. Without Fekir, we can't really go for the 4-2-3-1, can we?
Yeah, I guess you're probably right. Yeah, I guess you're probably right for now.
A playmaker like a Coutinho, like a Fekir.
It would be. The sad thing is, it will be Lallana. You know, Lallana will.
I know.
He's the only out 10. He's the. And the problem is, if we now play Shaqiri in that role, which we haven't really seen, then we've only got Ojo, Ryan Kent, and Markovic as your flipping wingers.
Which will probably they'll be all out alone.
Yeah. So I think, to be honest, I think we're going for a 10. To be honest, I think Fekir's done. Just quickly, I was reading an article and it was saying, you know, the personal agreement's complete, the wage bonuses and everything's complete, the salary was complete, the negotiations complete, the medical after the knee's complete. It makes sense for both clubs to just get Fekir done tomorrow or by Friday. They wanted Fekir to go to the World Cup and light it up. That didn't happen. He played for like 60 minutes over a whole tournament. So no one really wants him at the moment. And with top talent like Isco, Asensio, James Rodriguez, you know, at the moment, he wants Liverpool. Liverpool want him. I would be so surprised if it doesn't happen, you know.
Yeah. You know what Klopp said? Klopp said as well. He said that he said he's happy with the squad and all the. He said he was going to stick with Carey, isn't he? Not from his words, but he said right now after the Blackpool game, he said he's happy with the squad. He doesn't think he'll make more signings, but you know that's just a bluff from Klopp. He's been doing it all summer long.
Just like when he said Ward is the number one. Yeah,
Ward.
And now Ward's at Leicester City, right?
Yeah.
Did Ward go to Leicester?
Yeah.
Well, he's free in it, so you should be good.
12.5, I think.
I'll just bring on West Ham and under 3 weeks now. 3 weeks now to go tomorrow, so I cannot wait for the new season.
I can't believe it's almost here. Yeah, I can't believe it's almost here, man. All right, boys. I think that about wraps it up. Appreciate both of you making time to come on, and hopefully next time we're talking is closer to the season, and we can get ready to kick that off. So yeah, thanks again for coming on, and I'll definitely be chatting with you guys soon.
Yeah, man. Safe. Well, respect you, man.